up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Model Building Corner. I'm Joe. Obviously by the title of this particular video, this is not part 2 of the final build. Reason being is after I completed part 1 and continued recording that same evening or afternoon, things went south quicker than the Dixie Chicks career. So when I got home yesterday, I recorded an introduction video and I started splicing some of that footage together, and it already went south, and I knew it because I lived it. And so it felt silly putting that footage together for you guys, so I'm not going to make you sit through it. So basically right now I'm going to do a stash ad and some things that I just bought and the things that I changed my mind about. So starting with this stuff. Do you remember this? Changed my mind on that. This is the other kit that I had bought from Amazon when I was deciding which vehicle I wanted to build for JT's group build. He changed the name on me. Well, he didn't really change it, he shortened it. The 50s and 60s Steelies and white walls. Dropped the white wall. So his group build, the 50s and 60s on Steelies. So if you guys haven't, sorry about that glare. If you guys haven't seen that video or checked out or joined his group build, I urge you to do so. So this is not the one I'm building. I already showed you guys the one I am building, the 66 Fleet Side. So this will go on the shelf. I'll build it eventually. I'm not going to do it as a Unical 676. I'll do something. I will. Alright, so I disked that cardboard because even though it was thicker, it was still kind of flimsy, and Vinny, thank you Vinny, he said just get the foam board, and I'm like, I should, I'm trying to save money, I'm cheap. And even so, this is what I got. So I got one sheet of black from Hobby Lobby. That's going to be the base. Probably not that big because I changed my mind on the setup also, and I'll go over that. And then I got 2 sheets of the white. So I said to the kid on the register, I'm like, yeah, I was trying to save money, and I was trying to do it out of cardboard. He's like, $1.99 is too expensive for you? I'm like, shut up. I didn't realize they were this cheap. But so basically I was originally talking about doing it as an L shape, with one side being the front of the shop and then the other side being the inside of the shop, so just so I can take photos. I think what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to do the inside, I'm going to do the inside wall on the back, obviously, and then coming down the right side of the building. So it'll be an L shape inside. So I'll have like stuff on that wall, and I'll have the toolboxes and stuff and the lifts. And then the outside wall is also going to be the straight wall, and then the side wall. And so I'm going to be able to put it together, but I'm not going to glue the 2 corners. I'm just going to leave it L shape on the one side, L shape on the other side, and slide it in and out as I want to take photos, whether I want to take photos on the outside or photos on the inside. That way I could detail the inside of that outer wall as well. I've been watching some videos like Justin's at J-Hart, and a couple other guys that with the way that roll-up door is modeled on the inside. I really like that. So that's my plan. Finalized. over this 3-day weekend, I'm going to try to get some of this done. So what I also bought was, those pieces are so long I don't have to have a seam in the middle anymore. But what I came up with to hide that seam, I was originally talking about like the strip of styrene, like decorative. What I decided to do is, coming off the top of the building, coming down is going to be like, if you ever seen on a commercial building, the gutter system doesn't look like a house system. So I bought some tube styrene. So I'm gonna have that coming down from the top, and then I'm gonna cut it at different angles so at the bottom it'll gradually come straight, and then I'm gonna make some sort of like those concrete wedge things that guide the water out, down and out. So that's my plan on this tubular. I bought some large tube and some small tube. I'm not sure which one would be better scale, but I'll play with it. And then I went ahead and bought the knife so I can cut the styrene, whether it be the sheet or the tubes or the other stuff I bought. And then it says to use this with number 5 heavy duty knife. Even though I've got one, it's kind of rigged out. It's old. It doesn't. It's loose, so I bought another one just for that. I already bought the cutting mat. I wish they had actually a like a miter box to cut those angles, but I guess this will be fine enough if I hold my hand steady. It's got all the angles I need. So that's that. Originally I tried putting the MCW hardener in a plastic bottle, and I don't know if you guys remember, it was hard as a rock. So I bought some glass bottles. I know these aren't the best, but they were there, so I grabbed glass bottles. And then they had home decor on sale, 50% off. So for my decoration, my decor, I've got a Valvoline motor oil. This one was $22.99, so half price it was $11.50. And then I got a Texaco, was $11.99, so half price was what, $5.75, $5.50, something like that. No, it'd be $6. $6. I didn't do very good in school. And then I got a Route 66 because I wanted to get my kicks. That was originally $18.99, so basically $9.50. So I'll hang those eventually. So that's it on the purchases. Now I'll get you in here and show you what went south. Still didn't find my clicker, so I can't just, I have to actually get up, push the button, and then edit so you don't see me getting up to push the button. Okay, so you must be asking yourself, Joe, you're doing a final assembly. Why do you have a Dremel out and a pin vise and all of your drill bits and attachments? Well, I'll tell you why. Okay. Hey, thanks again, JT, man. This thing is awesome. So much better than that piece of garbage from the big box store. Anyway, all right, so let me put my glasses on. What had happened was, I don't know if you guys remember, but I put that back valance on before I really should have, because I like to paint the entire body as one unit. But then I was told that I'm never going to get that chassis in with that piece in. And you guys were right. So while I didn't have everything installed, I tried to fit it. It wouldn't fit. So I cut the back of the chassis. And that little bit of cut that you cannot see worked perfectly. Okay, until we put the firewall in. So part of what you didn't see is I went ahead and I finished doing the taillights, which Justin again just gave me a great tip today. The way the pen wasn't sticking to the red clear, he said to lightly sand on it with a very high grit sandpaper, and that way it's not so smooth and shiny that it'll stick better. And trust me, if you ever watch Justin's detail work, I take what he says as the law. So, got that done. Put the firewall in. Put the brake booster and the master in. All of that's good. And then the next step was, like I said, they had me putting the wheels and tires on before I installed the chassis. But sidetracked. The reason why I brought up about, when I was initially test fitting the chassis and everything, the point of that was to test the wheels that I had picked with the tires and the wheel backs, because these are not the original from the kit, which I'll never do again. All right, because once I got everything, well, first off, once I got the chassis on, it wasn't right. It was cattywampus. It was really tight on this side, and on this side there was a big old gap, and it was so tight in there that no matter how much I tried to shift it and twist it in on the car, it wouldn't go. So I had to take it back off again, and when I took it off, the firewall fell out, and then all of a sudden the chassis dropped right back into place the way it was designed to. So what I figured out was, on the let me bring you down here a little bit. It doesn't really show you on the drawing, but right where that dotted line is, there's actually a little locating tab for the firewall. And I assumed that, well, you'd want to put the firewall in front of that tab because you don't want to see it. Well, the fact of the matter is that the firewall has to go behind the tab. Otherwise, it made it way too tight and it wouldn't go on. And with the firewall behind the tab, the way that inner fender well is, you don't see it. So that was my mistake. So while doing that, I got the chassis back on. Everything was straight. Everything was good. The wheels were touching the fenders on every single corner. The wheel and rim and tire combination was way too big. So I started with the backs, and basically what I did was got out my generic Dremel. Where's the one? Oh, well, these are both on already. I had to basically file down. I had to file down the little stud that sticked up. Got that flat, and the backing of the brake drum, faux brake drum looking stuff, was still hitting. It wasn't clearing where the shock mount is. So with this one completely on, you can see I've got the room now, and it. Oh, come on. I glued these on way too soon. I forgot to detail to repaint where I had to file and sand and grind. So I'll get in there the best I can because those are not coming off. And this one I'm trying to get back on, but basically what had happened was everything broke loose. The axle came loose from the springs, and now I just twisted it to where that the drive shaft came out. So I have to re-glue all of that and fix that. You can see here, I mean, it's a tight fit, but it's still, it'll clear, but everything's loose. So before I realized that had happened, I mean, the car was sitting like with the right front up in the air. So I think once I re-glue this whole rear suspension together, great. Now the drive shaft fell out because this fell out. This fell out, and I didn't realize it till yesterday. So I got to also put in that upper control arm. I got to re-put in the drive shaft. Let me get you guys in this way. So I got to redo the drive shaft. I got to redo the front the front upper control arm. I got to re-glue the rear differential and the springs. All right. And then I'm still having issues with the front fitting. So that one, even though I've ground it down as far as I could, you know what? I think it'll be okay. I mean, in reality, if you go to turn the wheels on the real car, it's going to rub. But this side fits. All right. So I might do one of two things. I honestly don't think I can go any further on these. But I might. Because what I forgot is when I put these backs on the tires with the rims, I never glued them. So just like this one, I was able to pull it right off. And I say that because after I put these decals on the other day, the next day, what you guys didn't see is I put 2 coats of this Tester's dull coat. Because I was going to spray them with the dull coat, but I figured, you know what, spray would be so thin that if I put a good coat with the brush, it might really lock those decals in. So the first coat soaked it right into the rubber, and it was dry like as soon as I put it on there. So I did a second coat, and I think that these tires look perfect now. All right, but what happened was while I'm sitting here grinding on these, I got them on the ground and I'm grinding and I'm turning and I'm grinding and I'm turning. And I was like, oh no, I forgot about the decals. So I thought for sure as soon as I picked it up, the decals were going to be gone. But nope, they're there. So that little trick actually worked. That's courtesy of Terry Sanders via Model Car Videos. And I can't remember his name, but Terry said he's seen him do that. So I am going to get all of this reassembled. And I'm sorry, guys. I keep bouncing back and forth. So basically what I was going to say was I could either pull these wheel backs out of here, and grind them down even thinner, which I probably should do. I think that'll be fine. Because otherwise I was going to steal another set of wheel backs that would actually work better. I can't do that on the back because, like I said, they're already glue bombed in and they're not going anywhere. So I'm going to grind on these some more. Make sure that these tires fit. I'm going to get the front upper control arm reinstalled. I'm going to get the drive shaft reinstalled. And then I'm going to get this rear end back glued up again. And then I'll be ready to continue with putting the taillights in. I don't think you guys seen I put the grill in. That was part of the footage after I ended part 1. So the grill is in. It's retouched up with the gel pen. And I think that looks really sweet. I don't have any clear amber or orange or anything like that. So actually what I did on those fog lights on the bottom was I used a gold Sharpie and did it from the inside. So I think it came out all right. So, and then what else I did, if I didn't lose them, oh no, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I've already attached the headlight lenses to the buckets, so that all I have to do is glue the buckets in and not mess with trying to get these headlights inside the bucket, inside the bezel. So hopefully this one just isn't dry enough yet, because I put that one on pretty heavy that I'm still seeing white where this one's nice and clear. So We'll get those put on. And then after that's done, all that's left is mirrors. Do I want to pin the mirrors? I've never done it before. I might go back and watch Pat's video on pinning mirrors. I think this car only has one. Yeah, this car only has one mirror, so it doesn't have a passenger side mirror. Or as Derek would say, the drinker side. It's got extra door handles, which this one already has them on there. So, that's it. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Again, it's another half-hour video just to hear me blah, 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 blah. Okay, wrong glasses. Alright, so guys, I appreciate it. Hopefully this wasn't boring for you guys. I want to say how much I appreciate all of you guys, my subscribers, the guys that have been with me from the beginning of the channel 8 months ago. Guys, even though I had a little bit of a hiatus here, I've still picked up about 10 or 12 subscribers. Thank you guys. All you new subscribers, stay tuned because this is going to be good. I've got so many group builds coming up that as soon as this Camaro is out of my hair and in the mail, I can't wait to show you guys the one that Terry's been building for me. Because remember, this is a group build. I'm sorry. Buddy build. So once this thing is out of my hair, I'm getting down and dirty with my group builds. I got 2 that I'm building for one group build, and I got Woody's group build that I'm building, and then I got JT's. So I'm going to be getting down, getting some done. I am so excited that at 8 months, 8 months, my channel, and I'm at 893 subscribers. I am so close to 1,000, and it's all because of you guys. You guys are awesome. When I started this, I had no idea this community existed. I had no idea that I would ever hit 1,000 subscribers, and I had no idea that you can get monetized at 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know what kind of money we're talking. I mean, if it's a model a month, something like that, I'm okay with that. But so grateful to all of you guys, and I plan on keeping this channel going, growing, and building for you guys, and I'm trying to keep you guys entertained while building. So with that said, thank you, appreciate it. If you want a shop card, hit me an email. Remember, the email is not in the video description, it's in the channel description. Or I can tell you, joe14fan@gmail.com. One more thing. You guys that have shop cards, all right, look at it, okay? You know where it says at Joe the Model Builder? Take yourself a little marker or something like that and scratch that out. And then you can write at the Model Building Corner. I have to double check that if I put Model Building Corner or the Model Building Corner. So I'll let you know on the next video. But I realized that was when I was brand new. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that the handle meant, you know, so a lot of you guys, the handle matches your channel. So I'm thinking maybe some guys are, you know, having trouble like linking me or something like that, because I guess if you pull up the Model Building Corner hashtag or at, it doesn't come up. I don't know what I'm doing. So I changed it on my channel to either the Model Building Corner or at the Model Building Corner. I'll double check that, so stay tuned. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Take care, and I appreciate everybody. That's a wrap.